Lance Jackson, how you doing, man?
Man, another day, another dollar. Can't complain, man. My arms work, my legs work, and so we here.
Hell
Blessed.
yeah.
Dope,
Welcome to
dope.
Grindhouse, man. We're really excited to have you. Seriously.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank y'all for inviting me up here, man.
Of
Bumping the
course.
out mad times. I really can't wait to get to these questions because I'm excited to hear, like, just behind the process of there's a war going on. Just getting to hear your your piece on that. Let me introduce the podcast real quick.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is episode 52 of the Grindhouse podcast. I'm your host, Edwin Cabrera, aka Steady Eddie. Across the screen from me is my homie, my day one, Chris Martin, aka Critta.
What's up, guys? Real quick before we get in today's episode, uh, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It helps us out a lot. We also have Grindhouse merch for sale. It's grindhouse.store. Let's get in today's episode.
Hell yeah. So we got a very special artist here with us today. We got Lance Jackson. There's a war
Yeah.
going inside. He put out an amazing album, I think November 10th, called There's a
Yes.
War. There's a war going on. It is amazing. Go out, and if you haven't listened to it yet, go out and cop it all streaming
Do that.
platforms.
Highly
Check it
recommended.
out. So
Highly
Lance,
recommended. Y'all heard the man. Y'all heard the man.
Lance, man, seriously, what's been real quick, what's been like the reception? Because this album is, oh my God, you did an amazing job. What's been
It's
like the
dope.
reception with this?
Man, everyone seems to like it. So shit, everybody's been telling me, oh, like this is dope, well put together, like cohesive, and those are all the marks I was just trying to hit. And, I'm just happy that, people could bump it and like continuously bump it. Like no one's like, oh, this is like trash or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Real quick though, can you tell us like where you're from and how you got started making
Yeah,
music?
give us the background.
all right. So born and raised in Boston, Hyde Park, specifically. I was out there for a while up until I was 10, and then I moved to Randolph. Uh did like fourth grade to complete a high school out there, and then recently just moved to Quincy. But in Randolph and Hyde Park, I always like moved around like often. It's like in that both of those places. So yeah, man, just been everywhere, like scattered around these places in the South Shore, a little bit of North Shore area. Just been around, man.
Cool. And
Word.
like, when did the music bug hit you?
The music, I've always written. I've written since I was like 12, but like I didn't know what I was doing. Like my dad sent me an iPod one time with just mad music in it, and I was like, "Yo, this shit's fire!" Like, and it was like rap that wasn't radio rap. So like, I was hearing swears and shit, and just like hearing storytelling in songs. Like I was Mobb Deep, 50 Cent, like Ludacris, just like paying attention to these words, like Tribe Called Quest. I was just like, man, this shit's dope. Let me try this. So I remember I had bought a composition notebook. I don't know where I got these 4 quarters. I remember I just had 4 quarters in my pocket. I was like, I'm getting a composition notebook. Got that, started writing in that, and then just trying to. First, I was like writing lyrics of other songs down just to see, like, just to do it. I don't know why. And then like I just saw how like niggas was writing, and then that kind of helped me like figure out, oh, okay, like he put this there or she put this there to make this rhyme like this. And then from 12 I was doing that, and then 17 I bought a mic, got myself a computer, and started recording myself. And then 20 started going to studios and so on and so forth.
You know what the beautiful
Word.
thing about hip hop is? Like, and hearing your story, and that's a question we always ask like different artists, because like everybody, like for the most part in hip hop, it's not like you're going to a school and you're getting trained on the arts. Like you're self teaching yourself. So
Right.
it's always interesting to hear how different people self taught themselves how to their vocals and their writing and so on and so forth. Because everybody has like a little bit of a different background when it comes to that stuff.
Right, facts. Like, ain't really no blueprint to a feeling. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all music is to me. It's just a feeling, no blueprint to it, right? So I was just like, yo, I guess anything you want to learn, you end up teaching yourself. And everyone teach themselves different ways, and that was just my way.
So I want to talk about the new album. There's a war going on. What made you choose that title, and what's sort of like the meaning behind it?
So, Really, there's a war going on. It stemmed from a lot of what was going on outside. But I came up with the title of the album before the march and before Breonna Taylor, before George Floyd. And I don't know why I picked the title. It just felt like that's what I felt like. There was a war going on, not only outside, but inside me as an individual. So like, that's what made me end up picking that title. And as like the timeline of 2020 went on, it almost felt like I was like, oh shit, what did I just do? Like, you know, like it was like prophetic in a way. Like I didn't, you know, that's just how that ended up happening. I just had that feeling like, damn, there's like this battle going on.
I feel like that has to come from like and this is one thing I really love and appreciate about your music, aside from it just sounding amazing. Like there's a lot of heart to it. And I feel like do you think that the reason it's so like topical in terms of like what's happening today and even before it all happened, like you were kind of hitting on it, was that more from you just like kind of looking internally and kind of writing from within?
Yes, yeah. A lot of it was soul searching, like just trying to figure out, like untangle these strings of feelings that I had inside of me, just as a human being, just trying to understand like what I'm doing and how I'm feeling about shit. And just like I ended up having like you know those heart to heart conversations we have with certain people, and like you're just like, oh shit, you tangled up too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we both tangled up in what we got going on. And so like that kind of ended up me driving like, okay, like if I write how I feel, then like I'm sure it's gonna hit with somebody because I'm sure they feel entangled too. You know? And so yeah.
Weird.
Is it hard to sort of like open up and kind of show the world like what's going on in your like world? Like
Is it hard to?
yeah, is it
Uh
like do you ever feel like I don't know, like is it a difficult thing to do to make yourself vulnerable and tell your story?
so sometimes, yeah, like when I'm writing, like I get in this zone where I'm just like, I zone out everything. So it's just like literally me. Like it's just me. I can't even think of nothing else or anybody else. So usually it's not until after like it's done that I'm like, oh shit, like will people hear this record or will they not? And that's usually that's the hard part, deciding of whether I want to give this piece of me to the world.
Yeah.
Sometimes though, it's just like, man, like it's so Kanye is one of my favorite artists, and like as vulnerable as possible, like in a lot of his records, like inspires me to do the same. Like and so you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, if he could do it or Isaiah Rashad can do it, then I should also feel like I can do that too, and just be able to give my piece of myself out there, because you know it could help somebody else at the bottom line, point blank period. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I don't want to be selfish and just be able to hold on to certain things. But there definitely is some records I keep for myself, like it's
Yeah.
only for my ears. But yeah, sometimes it's hard though.
Yeah.
I
I
want to
think that's what makes good music is artists
Yeah,
that do that, you know.
for sure.
you know what I'm saying? Just having that connection.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to talk about what I really enjoy about like the asset that you've built and that it's on full display on this album, which is just your ability, like melodically, musically, just to use your vocals to really kind of like drive a song through. And
Oh man, appreciate it, man.
hey man, you did an amazing job, like I said. And I'm wondering, like, just taking me back in terms of your development as an artist, your growth as an artist, and also kind of like figuring out vocals, the rapping, the singing, all that. Like, take us a little bit behind the scenes on how to craft sort of what you've done and what you've been able to achieve with this album of yours.
Drink some red wine. Red wine and good vibes and shit just starts coming out. You're like, oh shit, I did that.
Yeah.
Really, yeah. No, but for real, like it's all types of different ways. Like sometimes I just go in there. Sometimes I like to freestyle shit. Sometimes I like to really take my time and just think of a melody. Sometimes I'll hear fucking, I don't even know, like I'll hear a random like sound. I'm just like, oh, I like that melody. I listen to a lot of music too, and like grab inspiration from melodies of voices or from instruments. Monty Booker's fire. So like the instruments that he uses and the melodies he uses, I try to like see how can I vocalize that shit, or just like Shit like that, man. Just try to pull inspiration from everything you possibly can.
How do you how do you hone those type of skills? You know, your vocal skills, the rapping. Like, what do you do to like really kind of like polish them?
Shit, man. I sing while I do push-ups. Like, you know, shit. No, I don't do that.
Like running 5 miles freestyling at the same time.
Nah, man, it's like, how do I wish I had like a regimen of how I do it. Like, I just kind of fucking just continue to put my shots up. Like, I believe like it's like, you know, you go to the court, you know what I'm saying? You put in a shot of Steph Curry putting up, I don't know, 50,000 shots up a day. It's like sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss, but it's just about consistently making something and crafting something and figuring out, oh shit, I can do this good. And or I can, maybe I'm not that good at this, but I can do this better. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then just hope, like figuring out what you can sharpen, what's already sharpened and what you can sharpen more, just by continuously putting them shots up. Always, always, always. No regiment to it. Just keep shooting.
When did you feel like your shots started going in more, if you know what I mean?
Oh man, so this year, like I say, so my engineer Kurt, shout out to Kurt Beaton. I started recording with him last year. I say around like June last year, I started really feeling like like I'm more confident just in putting my shots up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where like I didn't care about missing because I felt like it was just gonna go in anyway type shit. So like I just kept grinding. So around then, like I was just like, oh, I'm feeling it. I'm catching a stride where I was going in there like recording like 3-4 songs a day with the dude. Like, and it just started getting out like that. Where I was just like, yeah, I'm feeling it. I didn't even think. Yeah.
Speaking of writing, so obviously 2020, it's been a horrible year. How have you stayed motivated to write and release music?
Man, it was really the downs of this year that motivated it. Like I just try to turn the pain into power of this year. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was really just me trying to take all the emotions that like everyone, like that I was forced to sit with because I couldn't do shit like the whole entire year like everybody else, right? Like, yeah. And then just like try to create out of that. Like, all right, what am I feeling? All right, let me try to make something out of it. And so that's really what motivated it. What was the question again?
Just like staying motivated in like such like a tough year. I feel like a lot of people are just feeling like down.
It's man, just turn pain into power when you can. Just continue to move, like always. Like that's my mantra. I feel like, when you're down, like you just have to continue to push yourself to move forward or move up or whichever fucking direction you want to go. That's a positive direction for you. And so just that really just trying to translate all the negative shit into something that I could utilize or use, whatever.
Word.
Back to there's a war going on. I really like the usage of live instruments on a bunch of different records. I also was impressed with the fact that the album sounds like it has a consistency, has like a concept that in the tone that sort of is consistent throughout each record. Even if I think the record is like there's a whole bunch of different producers. I think Teddy Meanface has a couple records that he's
produced. Shout out to Teddy.
Shout out to Teddy Meanface for sure. I just want to know more about like that process of like selecting your beats, working with the producers, integrating live instruments into this album. How was that whole thing how did that whole thing come about?
Yo, it was mad work. No bull. Like it took time. It was like a lot of random building. Like none of it was like predestined or anything. I was just like bouncing off ideas and building off like one idea and then trying to build off that. Like for example, right? Like we're still sipping teenies. Like my man Damaris Andre, shout out to Damaris. He sent the beat and I was like, oh, this is fire. Let me write some stuff to it. I wrote something to it and I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, it'd be fire if we added a violinist. So I hit up Twitter. I was like, yo, does anybody know a violinist? Because I didn't know one personally. And yo, shout out to Twitter. Twitter be on some bullshit sometimes, but that day, like niggas like, I know a violinist. I know a violinist. And so I hit some DMs, find a violinist. Shout out to Isaac. He sent some strings like a couple weeks later, like just trying to manage schedules and see, okay, when he can get in, when I can get in. He sent it, and then shout out to Jess. I was like, yeah, some vocals on here would be dope. So just a lot of that. Like some songs it took like months to build just because of just trying to get people to play instruments on shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of that.
It was definitely, I'm glad that you like were like patient and sort of waited to build each thing, because it definitely added another layer of like, just the quality of the music,
Yeah, man. People playing shit is great. Like people that could like play shit, like to me, that's that's dope as shit to me.
Yeah.
Like, so I was just like, yo, like that'd be fire. Like let's see if we could get this on here. Live instrumentation brings life to shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. So you worked with Luke Bars and Aw Shit. Can you talk about like how you guys linked up and what that recording was like?
That's my man Luke, man. Yeah, so I was working with my boy Lucas Bwin. He produced Grown Ups on the album. So he's the one that also did Aw Shit. So like one day we linked up with Kurt and we just cooked up that record on the spot. And then like I got the verse in, I did the hook, and I was like, let me send this to Luke. Texted it to Luke. Luke was like, this is it, bro. Sends a verse back. I was like, yeah, this is a go. Like, and then that's how that whole record happened. Real.
I love that record. It's fucking dope, man.
Oh, thank you, man. Luke slam dunked that shit. That was a great record. Yeah. Thank you.
What about your other collaborations? You have so Just Yes, we just talked about. You have Benji Ali, Latrell James. Who else was on the album that I'm forgetting?
And we had the Teddy Mean. Did you say Teddy already?
Teddy Meanface. Yeah, we talked about Teddy Mean. That's right. He's on the record also. He produced 2 records. He's also on the record. So how was those collaborations?
Very cool, man. Like just like I said, as I was building this shit, I was just like sending it to people. Like I was just like, okay, let me send it to this person, and see like who it resonates with the most, and see who sends what back. And then, for Black Therapy, Benji Latrell was like, yo, let me try to do a hook on this real quick. And I was like, all right, bet. Next thing you know, he just sends a whole verse. I'm like, okay, that works.
I'll take it.
Yeah. And then Benji, I was like, Benji's a beast with the melodies and whatnot. So he blessed that record too. And I was just like, oh man, like let me see how many people I can mix into a record. And that's kind of how like all the thought process between all the collaborations went.
With the obviously like you can't play shows right now. Have you like looked into any like alternative sort of things like virtual events or anything like that?
Yeah, I did. I performed for Hipstery. Shout out to Tim Hall for inviting me to that. I did a couple virtual shows. I did Artivism, led by Amanda Shea and JD. Just getting those shows when I can. It's
not the same.
Don't touch live performing though, but it's still cool to do. It's still like, what I'm saying, still able to virtually interact with fans and new fans alike. And I miss outside, bro.
Yeah, same.
For real.
Same. I miss shows, just like seeing a live event,
Y'all see, I saw something on Twitter, like, I don't know where it was. That was like Sweden or some shit. Like, people are like going to concerts out there now because they don't got cases no more.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Just saw something like in Perth. People are like, there's a festival going on and stuff. People are having a good time. Like, it must be nice. I haven't left the house in a few months,
Yeah, just being low key.
I'm saying niggas is going to the gym. Like, we can't go to a concert.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like, come on. I just came from the gym. People running with masks on. We looking stupid right now.
Yeah, for real.
Like 9 months in the same bullshit. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. We fucking eat some sea moss and you'll be good.
Take your elderberry.
Yeah, take care of your immune system. We gotta talk about the healthcare system being
for real.
But anyway, shout out to
But yeah, no, well, let's talk. Well, actually, let's get a little bit deeper. I like this. I like where we're
Yeah,
going.
no, I like this.
Just going back to the album, actually, because I mean, on a lot of levels, like obviously you open up and you talk a little bit about yourself and sort of the things that you go through. But as you were saying earlier, it's also an album that like other people can relate to. And I feel like this album, I like the concept. I'm curious to find out like sort of like your thought process and like the different concept that you were hitting on. So I feel like there was multiple things that you talked about. So family life, societal trauma, I feel like you hit on, generational trauma, I feel like you hit on, just a lot of the things that people have been going through. And I'm curious, like how deliberate was like you talking about certain things on this album? What was that process like?
Like you mean like was it like a purposeful thing, kind of how it strung it
Yeah,
together?
like yeah. Like for example, like you have a song like White America. You have a
Yeah,
song War. You have a song, I don't need pussy, I need healing. Like how
yeah.
much of that was like I want to talk about love. I want to talk about like sort of what's happening in society. I want to talk about what's happening within. Like, was that a thought process at all, or did it all just come naturally?
Uh, it came kind of naturally. This is just like shit I be thinking about. So like as I was thinking about it, I was just like, man, like let me write this shit down. And then like as I'm like stringing the album together, I'm like, well, all this shit kind of ties into each other. Like,
Yeah.
it paints a bigger picture. Like this shit's fucked up because that shit's fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so like that's kind of how that shit kind of went along. Like each little piece of fuck up is just a puzzle piece to the large fuck up.
Yeah, that's the vibe I get from this
Yeah.
album. Like everything is
Yeah.
like you talk about different things, but they all feel connected in a certain way.
Right.
Yeah, it all
And that's
kind of
why
puzzles
that's
in.
why like when I think about the title, there's a war going on. In my head, I think like it's like a war on multiple fronts. It's not just like
Right.
it's attacking you here. It's like it's attacking your mental health. It's attacking your
Yeah.
love life, your family. It's like it hits on so many different things. I feel like
Yeah.
that's
When
kind of like the interpretation I got from it.
Right, like when the society's fucked up, like then the family unit is gonna be fucked up. If the family unit's fucked up, the individuals of the family unit's gonna indoctrinate the fuck ups of the society that indoctrinated in the family and all that stuff. So like it just kind of all tied into that umbrella of just like like the connections as to why things are and why this war is going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like mad people fight like their wars and don't even know like what they're fighting for, or like why the war even happened or where their trauma stem from. And so like just trying to pinpoint like these things as best as I can, like how did I get here? Like how did I get on this battlefield as Lance Jackson? And what it is, what am I fighting against and what am I fighting for? You know? So
Yeah, I mean it's definitely like you're using music as like therapy, and I think even as like a listener, like people that are fans of your music, they can relate to those things. So I think that's really powerful.
Hey man, thank you, man. It was sometimes I be listening to this, I'm like, damn, this shit kind of depressing, low key. But like it's like the type of thoughts that like I feel like some people like need to hear just to know they're not alone with those thoughts, right?
Here's what I like about
Exactly.
your music, Lance. Is like, yeah, you're like, I feel like it's heavy. Like, there's a lot of substance to it, but that's like, I never see that as a negative thing. I feel like
Right.
I only see that as a negative thing when it comes off like preachy. And
Yeah.
music doesn't come off like that at all. Like
Yeah.
it's good music. It's like good music, and then you're listening to it, and it's like, man, this music like it leaves something with you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I feel like that's what we need right now. I feel like the turn up music is I'm all up, I'm down for the turn up music, but I feel like right now, this is the type of shit that most people are turning to because
especially in 2020, man.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like I believe in balance. I believe in balance 100% for sure. Like, you know what I'm saying? After you Tootsie slide in the crib because you can't do it in the club, you're like, damn, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on here? And so, like, I try to, music that answers that what's going on question is usually music I end up gravitating towards. But of course, I believe in balance too. You know what I'm saying?
As somebody that brings a message with their music, are you at all ever conscious of like that may come off like too preachy, or like I don't know if people will feel it if I say it this way? Like, is that ever a thought in your head?
Oh shit. Yeah, oh shit. Am I freezing up?
You just did, but you're good again.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, all the time. Like I'm just like, damn, like I don't want to be the person like when people's having a good time, like, and they hear my music, like, Damn, I hear this nigga go talking about real life. Dang, I'm trying to turn off. Fuck all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I try not to, but like I'm just naturally that, so I can't change that. You know?
Yeah.
Every now and then I'll have my like a record like Cinnabon, like on the if you download it on Bandcamp, there's like 3 extra tracks on it. Like sometimes I like some bullshit too. Like have my little records in there, like just for a balance.
You need it. I mean, it's like you gotta have fun with it too, you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, sometimes I'd be like, damn, I definitely don't want to come off too preachy. I try to like mix the candy with the medicine.
I feel like that's the secret sauce, you know.
Yeah.
That's what works.
Facts,
That's what like lasts too, in my opinion. Like, cause like I mean, good music lasts whenever, but like I feel like when you got good music with like a message that can like last through time, like that's what really kind of propels shit. Like, you know, when we listen to the classics, what makes a classic a classic? You know, there's different elements. There's obviously it has to sound good, but the message always has to, you know, stay somewhat consistent through time.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? That's trying to get that recipe right is like my mission. Trying to get it. So the next project, that's I'm trying to get some more balance in there, calibrate a little bit.
Have you started working on the next project?
I just hit a producer. I'm not gonna say his name. I hit a producer and we lock it in for an EP. When it's coming out, we'll know. But we know for a fact, like me and the producer, that we gonna lock it for this EP and it's gonna be something special.
Word. Hell yeah. Well, we're looking forward to that.
Yes, thank you.
Actually, so with the 2020 coming to a close, thank God. What is sort of some goals that you're trying to achieve in 2021?
Man, I want to dunk a basketball. I want to be able to do 70 push-ups without stopping.
You got that one.
Yeah, you got that. You got that.
I really want to. Why I can't dunk a basketball? Wow.
I don't know your height, bro. I haven't met you in person. I don't know your height. You know, some people on video, they be looking 6 feet tall, then you meet them, they're like 5'5". I don't know.
I'm 6 feet in Tim's, if that is, you know what I'm saying? Nah, for real though, like my goal is just to be the best version of myself. Like I can be, like I will meditate more, read more, learn more, like take care of my health more, shit like that. Like just be the best, take care of my vehicle. Like if this is just a vehicle, like I want to make sure this shit got everything it needs to work.
I agree, man. I'm on that boat heavy right now. I mean, it's the quarantine. We ain't got much shit to do. So I've been like really kind of focusing on health this year. I mean, it's the perfect time to do it. I feel like I haven't had that kind of time before just because like, you know, working, you're always out and about, moving there, going there. Yeah. Most of the shit that I do now, including like work, is like from home. So it's like I might as well at this point, I have no excuse other than to really kind of focus down and like get healthy. And so yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, so self-care mad important. I
would say that was the like best part of 2020 was like
it forced people to like
slowing down.
Like it forced people to sit with themselves and be like, what do I want to do? Like everyone's just so busy, they don't get a chance to self-care.
Yeah.
That's just wild. Yeah. So give some time to shit, just like recalibrate. Like, all right, I'm gonna take care of this shit. Like, what am I about to do? What am I gonna learn how to cook today?
Yeah, seriously, it's like even that basic, going back to the basic shit, just like cooking dinner for yourself, like like every day, just cooking at home. It's like it's crazy. Like it's something I didn't do often. Life was crazy.
I was hitting Amelia's. Y'all have been to Amelia's?
What is that?
Amelia's Taquiera. Oh man, it's like
hell yeah.
Yo, fire. It went from buying Amelia's like every day to making it at the crib. I was like, you know what? Mexican shit easy. Let's go. Like, saving bread.
I'm a chef now.
Yeah, I'm a chef. Yeah, yeah, man.
Real quick on the just on the album, you know, we got a couple visuals for you already. We got Still Sipping Teenies. What else can we expect from you visual wise?
Good question. I don't know yet. I'm just kind of going about. I may want to do a visual for I Don't Need Pussy Right Now, I Need Healing. I may want to do one from White America. It just really kind of, I'm just going where the wind blows right now. So like, just as time goes on, I kind of figure it out. But like,
Nothing locked down yet, but still
Nothing, nothing locked down yet. I just kind of go with whatever idea pops in. If it sticks in my head for like a week, I'm like, okay, I'll do it. So,
How do you sort of like come up with those, like the idea for visuals? Like what's that process?
oh man, like you remember when you was like a kid, and like you just like you're listening to music, and then like you would just see a whole entire visual in your head before you even had it.
Yeah.
Like so, like call me conceited, but like I listen to my music a lot, but really it's just on some like, what would I tweak about this right now? Like if I were able to. As I'm in that process, I'm like, I start to imagine what a video would look like as I'm listening to my own like music, like what makes sense, like to me, like if I close my eyes and just like like I could see that. I watch a lot of movies too, so like that definitely helps. I love movies. Movies is like the ultimate art form. So
I
shit,
agree. Hell
Yeah,
yeah, I agree with that.
ultimate art form, bro. Like not only can you watch shit, but there's music in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
All types of different scenes, all that shit, man. But yeah, like watch a lot of movies. I listen to my music a lot, and then try to come up with a visual that looks like a movie.
Word.
I'm curious, man. Like I would say this album definitely puts a strong mark for 2020 for you. And I'm curious, like in terms of like the reception, like people reaching out, even like family, for instance. You even had that line in your, your album was like family used to look at you crazy, but like, what's it like now? Like have you been getting a lot of love from fans and family all over? What's that like?
Yeah, Lance, I'm so proud of you. Like, oh my goodness, about the album. Like, I'm just like, word, this is great. I told y'all, like that's like I told y'all, like it's gonna be cool. Watch, and then like just having them like give me that nod of approval was like super dope to me. It like just makes me feel like comfortable more in stepping in this lane.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Boston lately. I feel like this whole year, rather, uh, so much good music's come out of Boston area.
Facts.
What do you think contributes to that? Like we're like literally like you have all Vim Buren putting out dope records. We have you. It's insane. Like what? Why is it happening? Do you think?
Mm, sword sharpens sword at the end of the day. So like I feel like for me, Van Buren, like they're definitely they make me want to go
Mhm.
harder always, because they're always like just on their game. My boys over in DNA, they make me want to go harder. Like they're always on their game. Maystar is always on his game. Most High Kingdom, Sean Wire, Najee, Malcolm Grant, they're always on their game. So like just sword sharpens sword. I think we're always looking at our peers and seeing what they're doing and like looking like, oh, like that was dope. Like I want to do some dope shit like now. Like just always looking around, and you know what I'm saying? You just always want to do good when you're surrounded by good.
Sure.
I think that's what it is. Like, Boston visuals this year was fucking crazy. Like y'all seen
Sure.
that This Is Not an Image video?
Yeah.
That
Like that
was
shit's
so
fucking
good.
Hell yeah.
insane. Like, you know
So
what I'm
good.
saying? Like, so just like I'm always just like just mad happy to be where we're at now. Boston, it's been a long time coming. I
Yeah.
feel like Massachusetts has all the potential to be the hub that we know it can be.
Hell yeah. I agree.
Talent already,
100%.
the talent says that too. Like the talent's there. Like, and so just consolidating all that and just always sharpening each other as best as we can, looking at each other as inspiration, not looking at each other in any type of malicious way or jealous way or envious way, and just knowing that, like we're all just trying to move forward and we're doing it.
Yeah, I feel like there's so much collaboration now with
Facts.
artists too. Like people aren't just like putting records out with just them. It's like they're putting everybody on the records and working together. So it's dope.
You know what I'm saying? That's the way to do it. Move forward collectively. See
Work
how
together,
Atlanta did it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I feel like Atlanta laid that blueprint, and now like
Yeah.
people are kind of like following that. They're realizing like being I don't know, closed off or competitive isn't always the way to go. You got to like network a little bit.
Prop each other
Yeah.
up,
Exactly. It's more fun that way too.
Yeah.
Like I want to go on a party with a bunch of musicians and just look at them like Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who does?
Yeah.
Who wants to do that? Boss
Nah,
used to be
man.
mad clicky at a
I'm-
point.
I'm
Oh,
trying-
for sure.
I'm trying to hear
yeah.
the new Lance Jackson, Luke Bars. You know, I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Like,
You know what I'm saying? It's fun, man. We be in the studio, we just be kicking it, vibing, and having a good time. Like, you know, it starts to feel like family.
Word, man. Well, I think I'm all set for questions. Critter, you got any last?
I have just a quick like question. Can you so sort of like end of the year lists are gonna be happening soon. What are some like records on your list?
Records to drop or
Well, just like records that you really enjoyed this year.
oh, like overall?
Yeah.
Shit, man. Man. Oh, that's a hard question. Like, definitely
What's been on like constant rotation for you?
what's the rotation. I listen to a lot of. Can I say shit that's pre 2020 or shit that only came out this year?
2020.
2020, yeah.
2020? If that's the
Make it
case, then,
interesting.
like, yeah, Die With Pride definitely has been a record that's been on rotation, like heavily. Shout to Luke.
Yeah.
My own shit, definitely, if I could say that.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
You could do whatever you want. That
Sure.
works.
Hold on, let me see. There's more records. Like, this question always stuck me. I was like, yo, right now, I'm just like, yo, to be honest with you, like,
Well, it's because I've been working on my list, like thinking about it. So like I'm just curious of like what other people are. been
Egyptian
listening to.
Musk. Egyptian Musk by Sean Wire, fucking amazing record.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Latrell's EP for sure. When's my favorite track off that joint? Definitely, like, shit. A lot of local music, really.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's seriously, yeah.
It's
yeah,
been a big year
same.
for that, for sure.
yeah. Sweet on St. Leor shit. You know
That's
what I'm saying? Those records have definitely been on heavy rotation. Before
Yeah.
that, but other than that, I've been listening to mad like older records. I listen to like African chant music lately.
That'd be interesting. I'd love to see you incorporate that into your next record.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about how to do it. No bullshit. I'm just like, yo, like how they did this was so nuts, and like they have a whole album for it. I'm just
Oh,
like,
that's sick.
yo, it's actually mad interesting. Like, yo, like I try to listen to everything. Just my mind just.
It's good though.
Yeah.
That way you don't like put yourself in a box. You know, you're always like sort of
yo.
like.
People
figuring
hop in
something
my
new.
whip looking at me crazy. Like I be doing lifts, so they're like, yo,
what is this man listening to? All right, man. Well, Lance
is there
Jackson,
anything you want to plug?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Follow me on the gram. I'm Lance Jackson. Letter I, letter M, Lance Jackson. If you guys can do me a favor, everybody that's listening to it, can you guys spam Lance Jackson on IG and Twitter? Not I'm Lance Jackson, the other Lance Jackson that has the handle that I want, and tell them to give it to me.
To give it up.
Yo, I DM dude, like I was like, yo, I'll give you $50. Let me have this handle. He said no. He put a period at the end.
Oh wow, he was serious.
He's serious about it.
You need to up that offer, it seems like.
I'm the original. Man, you don't do nothing on this account.
Yeah. Well, for you guys at home, stream the album, support it on Bandcamp. Get Lance Jackson some money so he can, pay homeboy to actually take that account from him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Help me pay my phone bill and buy Essentia and all that. If you drink water, it's the Essentia. If you try and save bread, go to Costco's or go to BJ's. You can get a pack of 40 for $2.99.
Dropping knowledge on you guys.
Dropping knowledge. Lance Jackson, there's a war going on. Go cop it. All streaming platforms. Thank you so much for joining us, bro. Seriously, thank you so much.
This was fun. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, both of y'all. Edwin, Chris, y'all have a blessed night. Y'all have a blessed rest of y'all week. Blessed holiday and all that good.
Hell yeah.
All right, bro. Man.
Take care.
Peace.